Hi, it's Jon Mitchell, Mayor of New Bedford, and this is another installment of the Mayor's Weekly Update. I'd like to start off today by talking about a couple of education-related issues. So the first has to do with the proposal to create a new charter school in the city. And that's with the existing charter school, Alma Del Mar, that I think most folks are familiar with. Just by way of review, Alma had applied for a significant number of seats, so many that to the state for a significant number of seats, so many that the city felt very strongly that it was something that it could not afford, and so we entered into an agreement with the state and with Alma to create a smaller charter school of 450 students that would be drawn from the surrounding neighborhood, the neighborhood surrounding the former Kempton School. That arrangement, not to go too far into the details, but that arrangement would save the city roughly $4 million a year upon full build-out, compared to the alternative, which is a much larger elementary school that would draw its students by lottery. There are approvals that are necessary for this to happen. Some of them have been secured. Both the school committee and the city council have nearly unanimously voted in favor of it. And again, I think to a person, almost to a person at least, folks believe we would prefer not to have any more charter seats, but this is a way of avoiding a much more expensive scenario. The last approval is the state legislature, and we've gotten great support from some of our state legislators on the matter. Chris Markey, in particular, has led the way to champion the bill. He recognizes, as we do, that the state is going to impose a charter school in New Bedford, and what we're trying to do is make sure that that is something that is not going to be disruptive financially to the city. The difference between the two schools is roughly $4 million upon full build-out, to emphasize that point. So, but not all of our state legislators are on board, and I would just encourage everybody, to pick up the phone and let them know that the arrangement for a 450 student school is really important. If it doesn't pass the legislature, then it is likely to cause us to pay a significant amount of more money, and that might cause city cuts and might cause a tax increase, and we're really trying to avoid that. So I encourage everybody, to let your voice be heard. On the good news front, today it was announced at New Bedford High School that this year's Massachusetts Teacher of the Year is none other than Takeru Nagiyoshi, an English teacher at the high school. There are some 70,000 public school teachers in Massachusetts, and he was named the top teacher for this year. And we really salute him. He's a fabulous teacher on a fabulous English department, on a fabulous faculty, and it's really, to our mind, a real marker in the progress of the high school. It's come a long way in the last few years, and so we're very proud of the work over there. The couple of other things, just switching topics. Lots of road work going on, of course. You'll see it. Lots of projects happening in the city. You'll see the activity soon if you haven't already, and since it's very encouraging to see. Once the rain ends, whenever that is, hopefully we'll be able to speed it up more. Still. Lots of events this weekend. There is the Red, White, and Brew Festival at the zoo on Friday night, a great event to raise money at the zoo. The zoo is really doing terrific these days, even when it is raining. And secondly, the Taste of the South Coast will be on Sunday at Pier 3, which is always a great event. So hopefully we'll be able to see you out there. There's a lot of other things to talk about, but we'll save some of that for next week. Thanks, everybody.